Hello, hello, my beautiful friend. Today's message is coming to you via vlog. Is that a thing anymore? And a video entry, if you will. I'm out here on my morning walk. I'm getting a late start. I live in the Rocky Mountains. So it's not too hot out here, but it's a little uncomfortable. I like to go earlier, but I've been staying up late and sleeping in. And then I do my Bible study, and then I come on my walk, and sometimes I'm a little late. Anyway, I'm coming to you via video today because I actually did a little makeup. Can you believe it? I usually do audio because I don't like how I look in the mornings. I am in my super raw healing girl era. And yeah, so I'm a little self-conscious. But I got this new lip stain. I haven't bought makeup in forever. I just haven't been in that mode, that glamour mode. No siree. And I cry a lot, and so I don't like to wear makeup anymore. I like to be able to express when I'm able. I've been guilty in the past of like holding it all in, so we're working on that. But yeah, I found this new lip stain, and I love it because I put it on in the morning. It takes like 20 seconds. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to try to find the name and link it. But yeah, and then once I have my lip color on, because I'm like, you know what, that's the least I could do for the day. Look a little put together. You know, I've been so focused on, glamorizing the inside, doing the inner work. I've been so focused on the inner healing journey the last little while that my appearance has suffered. I used to never go out without a little something on. I'm not like a huge makeup person. I usually wear it pretty light and natural, but still. And when I put on the lip stuff, it motivates me. And I'm like, well, it's only a few more seconds to throw on a quick coat of mascara and whatever else. So it's working. It's doing the job. It's motivating me, and it's making me more want to do videos, which I personally prefer videos with people. I'm just such in a raw, stage that sometimes that's hard. And then I won't produce anything. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay to just have an audio podcast. It's okay to work inside my capacity and my limits and to be undone and unfinished and in the process and not have it together. I think that's been one of the most beautiful takeaways from this. I'm calling it the wilderness today. In the wilderness season, I was writing about this in my post on my YouTube channel, and today it's just kind of like, you know, there's this stage in the faith walk, in this transformation journey, in this healing journey where everything comes apart and everything is stripped from you, and you almost have to go through this grieving of your old life and this in-between and this really uncomfortable in-between. And it's like you've lost who you were, you've lost your old life, but you haven't gained the new yet. And it can be this very confusing, very dark, very grungy stage, but it's so absolutely essential. I'm gonna interrupt here for a minute because I'm doing exposure today and I'm almost to the exposure, and so I might not be able to really focus here for a minute. I'm going past the place where my latest daughter, who passed 6 months ago, got killed. And with my first daughter's passing, I had to learn. I had to get some experience behind me. I had to mess up and do things wrong, and that's okay. I'm okay with that now. I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with getting it wrong. I'm okay with not being perfect. That used to be an issue for me. But yeah, I held on to everything too long. I shut down. I stopped moving forward. I stopped living. I was afraid to go to anything that would trigger anything about her. I can't explain it. I guess that's what trauma does to you, right? If we're not careful and we don't consciously work on it. And so with my daughter who recently passed, I just made a decision. I'm not going to do that to myself again. We're not doing that. We're going to face everything head on, even if it hurts, even if it's hard, even if it's triggering. And oh goodness. So this is the place, and I hate that sound. Trigger warning, I hate the sound of the crosswalk. It's like the most eerie sound to me. And do you see all these pink ribbons? Those are put up for my daughter. And this is where she passed. That was the last place she was alive. And goodness. Whew, okay. We did that. Whew, okay. I need just a minute here. It gets easier each time. I try to come by once a month. Today is my once a month goal. And slowly I'm remembering. I try to make myself go there because I'm trying to also remember all the good things too. Like, how many times did we pass by there and have good memories? You know, and that was like one moment of her life. And we have all these other moments that were so good. And it's like sometimes trauma can make you just zoom in on that one moment. And it becomes your whole life, your whole world, all of your memories. And I'm trying to go toward it instead of running from it and it always chasing me. Like, kind of my way of like taking back control of this grief journey instead of it controlling me. And anyway, okay. Thanks for coming along with me for that. I appreciate that. Okay, what was I saying? So yeah, we can get in this place where it just feels like everything, like it's never gonna get better. It's the most horrible thing. It feels like we're forgotten. It feels like we're not helped. It feels like God's absent. It can be so dark and so difficult. And I just want to share a word of encouragement that it doesn't have to be that way. That's all. It's not to say that it's not hard and it's not real and we don't need to deny reality, but it's how we frame it and it's our perspective. Like, I found that was one of the most important things for me is doing the work to change my mindset, to change my perception of it, to change the thoughts I think about it, the words I speak about it, the feelings that I have about it, and making a conscious, daily, consistent effort to see it in a new way. And that was so healing. And that is a process, and it takes time, and you're coming. The reason, I don't know if I want to say the reason, possibly, this was true for me. One of the reasons I was in that place was because every choice I made, every habit, the life I was living, the lifestyle I was living, all helped contribute to this, I want to say internally stuck place, this internally woe is me, helpless, hopeless. It is a attitude, it's a heart posture, it's a feeling. Like I said, it's the way we see things. And is my circumstances really that different? No. I wish I could bring my girls back, but I can't. I'm gonna live through this. I'm gonna feel the pain. I'm gonna have a broken heart whether I like it or not. I still am struggling with the very physical parts of the chronic illness. It doesn't mean I'm immediately all better, but inside, I feel healthy, I feel whole, I feel regulated, I feel like it's no longer a big deal. I remember people used to always say that have gotten through this and to the other side, and they come back for us and try to help us, and it's like, they would always say, like, it's about becoming content. It's not about getting rid of it. It's not about changing the outside circumstance. It's about your response to it and finding a response that develops, that brings you peace and contentment and gratitude. And it's a mind shift. Like the circumstance itself, it's gonna fix itself. It's just a matter of time. When you get the inside right, the outside follows. And it takes the longest to manifest. It takes the longest to see with your physical eyes. It's so important to keep our faith. It's so important to pay attention to the invisible things, the things under the surface, the things in the roots. That's where it all starts. And sometimes we're so busy trying to fix the situation. It's getting kind of loud. Hang on. There's a truck going by. We get so busy, so worried, so much in fear. I was there at least, just so resistant to this place that we end up staying here way longer than we need to because we can't see the value of it. We can't grasp the lesson. We can't be grateful for it. We can't see another perspective like this could actually be good for me. And maybe we have our moments, but on a consistent, deep level, it's not our consistent belief, our reality. We fight against it. And this, to me, yes, it's been very hard. This is not to dismiss the horrible things that have happened. It is what it is, right? Like, I can't change it. I'm here whether I like it or not. So my thing is like, why make a hard thing harder for me? Because I have to go through it either way. And what I have learned is what I do have control over is I have control over the inside. I have control over how I think, how I feel, how I speak about it. And sometimes it feels like you don't have control over that, right? Because your brain is so enmeshed in these grooves, these beliefs and everything, and you sometimes can just feel powerless. Like you don't even have control over yourself, your own thoughts. But the thing is yes, they may come in, they may tempt us, that may be the norm, but we always have a choice to become aware. We always have a choice to practice new things so that we have the ability to use those, to have new tools, to have new coping mechanisms, to have new things that we can use, tools that we maybe didn't have before. We have the power to go find those things. They're everywhere. And to learn how to harness them and use them. And inch by inch, little by little, we become aware, hey, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to feel this anymore. And we make little teeny choices. Sometimes all we have the power and control to do when we're so deep into it is to make a micro change, okay? And maybe it's once a day, if that. But it builds, it's like a seed. It's like a little seed. You plant it in the ground and you keep watering it. And at first it's small, but then it grows. It grows into something bigger. And so just keep working at it and realize that in this place, I don't know, maybe this is only true for me. Like, there's something I have to learn here. I'm gonna be here until I learn it because I can't move forward until I learn it. This is my healing. This is literally my healing, is to find the good in a bad situation, to master myself and my reactions so that the circumstances aren't mastering me, so that I'm back in the driver's seat. And it is a gift. It is a gift. I think I kind of got off track here. Sorry about the ADHD. Circling back around, this doesn't mean that what I'm going through is not extremely hard, but I have found a way where my circumstance is not controlling how I think and how I feel. I'm in charge of that now, and what a gift. That's the most precious thing in the world, is to have peace when everything's falling apart, to not have your peace and your thoughts and your feelings dependent on circumstances. Like, I would never, okay, yes, there's a huge part of me. I would love to go back and just have my girls back, and I would give this up for that any day, but I can't do that. And so I have to just realize, like, this is, all things considered, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, right? And it's so hard to see that when you're deep in it. It is a painful cleansing. It is a painful healing. It is a painful stripping. It is a painful pruning. But all of these things need to come off of you so you can heal. You cannot keep living this way. You cannot keep thinking this way. You cannot keep feeling this way. You cannot keep doing these things. Something radical has to happen so that you can change, so that you can come into your purpose, so you can come into your true self, so you can get rid of all the things that are dragging you down and making you a slave. This is your deliverance. Accept the wilderness. God is going to provide you every little thing that you need. On my post today, my writing today, I'm just walking around near my house. I'm still recovering from like a back issue, so I'm trying not to go too far in case I need to go rest. Yeah, it's like I was in Exodus 16 wrapping it up today, and it's on the chapter of manna. There's a guy coming by. Hang on, kind of loud. It's on this chapter of manna, and God gives them just enough for one day. If they try to take more than that, it spoils, right? And he is trying to teach them to rest. Like, you have been going, striving, trying to do it all yourself. I'm giving you a gift. I want you just to rest and be with me. And sometimes these seasons give us that gift, like, just rest. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to figure it out tomorrow. What a gift. Like, we live our whole lives so anxious for tomorrow. At least I did. I think a lot of us here can relate. And it's like, God's like, well, how about we not do it that way? Because I love and care for you so much. I'm going to take you into this wilderness so you can learn to depend on me, and so you don't have to worry about tomorrow. You get to go on this journey of learning to depend on me and trust in me and know that I'm going to provide. And it might not be a lot. I might give you just enough to survive. Just enough manna for the day. Okay? Not any more, not any less, but just enough. And that's one thing I've learned in this season, is he gives us just enough. Like, I have had to humble myself extremely. I used to be this person, go-getter, high achiever, just go all the time. I got to figure it out myself. I got to plan for the future. If I don't, no one else is going to take care of me. Like, what an exhausting way to live. Like, I had to get out of that mindset. This journey has taught me, God, I can't do it. I had to get to the rock bottom and surrender. Like, everything I have tried has not worked. I cannot do it. There is nothing in this world that can save me. I've tried everything. And I am so hopeless and so helpless. Like, if you're there, you're the only thing that can help me, probably. And oh my goodness, I have learned his ways are way higher than my ways. He always gives me more than I could ever hope for or imagine. Like, he does it, and then he does it better than I could ever do it. What a gift. What a gift to be able to rest and not have to worry about tomorrow and just learn to trust. And I think if you're coming to my channel from my nervous system channel, when I was trying to do all the things to help myself, and then I realized, oh, I just need Jesus. Like, if you're coming from that place, we know that, sorry, I had to push pause for a minute. We know that on a deep level, if you've come from like brain retraining and brain rewiring and neural rewiring and nervous system healing and all the things, okay? If you come from, you're struggling with a chronic illness, I know there's a lot of people on my channel who are, this is not just limited to chronic illness, by the way. Any hard season, okay, any giant, any mountain, we're all in this together. These are things that we cannot do ourselves. We've tried, okay? These are too big for us. And we gotta open our minds and try something different. We have to go to the God that can fix all these things. Okay, so we're a group of people here on my channel who, like, for me, chronic illness and losing 2 children, that's too big for me. I can't do that. I've tried. I know I can't do that. So welcome to the club. And if you're coming from chronic illness, nervous system, stress-related, anxiety-related nervous system issues, where it's like you're having a health crash because your system is so exhausted from the way you've been living that it's all out of whack, right? Anything and everything, digestive issues, food sensitivities, just all kinds of, just your system's just like fried. It's just acting out, anything and everything. You know, I had like 50 symptoms or more. I could go down a list, like DPDR, anxiety, depression, what else? Like digestion issues, dizziness. I don't want to trigger anyone who's trying not to symptom talk. But like, at a root level, it's that you don't feel safe. We learn this. If you don't know about this stuff, I'm not the place to start. Okay, but we learn as we go along in this journey. We have a root of not feeling safe, right? And it's making everything out of whack. This is your chance. This is a gift. This is your opportunity, your invitation. It's time to be safe. You don't have to live that way anymore. This is your chance to go on a journey that you wouldn't have done for yourself because you couldn't see it. And you weren't motivated. Well, now you are. You are motivated because I don't want to be so extreme like your life depends on it, but literally like living while you're alive depends on it. Being alive, being filled with life and joy and happiness and passion and creativity, like that, your life depends on it. You deserve to get better. And this is your chance. God is saying, hey, come on. This is not a bad thing. This is not your end. This is just a chapter, baby. It's just a chapter. Don't get it confused. Okay? This is not the end of the story. Don't let those thoughts. You are coming into this in your old man, and your old man thinks it's not possible. They are a whole different creature. I can't even relate to the person that came into this. I've changed so much. Okay, that person doesn't know how to do this, but there is someone who does, and it's the future you, and you're learning to become that person who can handle all of this stuff. Okay, and we have to cling to Jesus. He is the teacher of it. We have to get in our word. At least for me, that was my solution. I had to be in my word every day. That's my medicine. If I miss my medicine, I gotta have that consistent medicine to change my mind, to change my feelings, to change my words, to change my beliefs, to change who I'm relying on, to heal that unsafety, that deep-rooted, trauma-induced sense of unsafety. This is your chance to feel safe. This is a gift. So realize that, remind yourself that. And at first you're not going to believe it. It takes time and practice. It's a process. You're getting sanctified. You're getting stripped. You cannot keep living that way anymore. God doesn't want that for you. You are beautiful. You're worth it. You're valuable. You have so much to offer this world. God's not going to let you just sit there and rot in the old stuff that you were a slave to. So anyway, I'm kind of going off on a tangent, a huge tangent, but I got my morning walk in. I'm just kind of pacing in front of my house at this point, but I hope that message was helpful. I love you so much. And yeah, hopefully I'll make a new video soon. And if not, I hope you catch me on my podcast, my audio, voice memo only ghetto podcasts. Anyway, love you. Bye.